Sorry about that. My camera cut off because I have really bad signal where I'm at. So I figured I'll just start over here. So I started off just saying that I've kind of limited my audience on Facebook here to certain people. I saw that there was a lot of posts about how annoying it is that people are concerned and just being dramatic or whatever, and so I don't want those people to have to see things that I have to say that they just think I'm just being stupid and ridiculous. Also seeing people accuse me of trying to spread fear. I think that there's a big difference. I don't understand how somebody can think I'm spreading fear if whatever is going to happen isn't that big of a deal. So if it's not that big of a deal, then it's not that big of a deal. For me, it is. And it is. And I think that for a lot of people who have looked into what we're seeing happening, what it has, where it's coming from, all of that, we can see something that does need concern, does need us to pay attention, and it does need individual response on how to prepare oneself for however much of the transition plan gets implemented. So just because the current administration hasn't said the names Project 2025 and I'm going to do that, I can look, because I did the research on that transition plan. I can look and see what decisions are being made now, and things that are being put in place, and say, oh, I recognize that from that plan. It's not spreading fear. It's just like naming it for what it is. So, and yeah, it does concern me. It would concern, and it does concern a lot of people, and it does cause fear when you really know what the bigger picture is for some people. For some people, the bigger picture is going to be great, I guess. You know, I mean, they believe that they're not, they're on the winning team, so why would they be concerned? But for a lot of us, that's not the feeling. So anyway, I really appreciated my friend's call today. It was, it made me feel some hope. Made me feel like, although some people voted a certain way, that doesn't mean that they would ever support certain things happening, especially when they see it hitting people that they care about, that they live next to, that they would not just stand by and let certain things happen. And that gives me a lot of hope, because you can't get caught up in looking at everything and with a blanket view. I can, and then think that everything is colored the same way, and obviously it isn't, but it's really hard to sort through that when you're in the emotional part of it, which I definitely was yesterday. I think I will be in that part of it for however long this lasts, because I'm a human being and this is very personal to me. So but I'm working through it. Today, when I talked about wanting to go to a church, I just want it to be like, it was just a deep desire to be in a spiritual gathering of people who also talk about Jesus and God, but it doesn't sound dangerous. Like, I wanted to know that still exists, and feel a connection with a community of people like that. I'm not saying that I'm, wanting to go back to church like, every Sunday and become, religious about anything. That's just where I'm at right now. I would like that kind of a connection with like-minded or like-spirited people, where their focus is love and those types of spiritual principles again. And meetings do not feel like it's a place where I would be very open anymore, because of certain things. And before the other day, the election, it was easier to kind of ignore when people say racist things in meetings or in the meeting after the meeting. But right now, I'm just too raw. I don't have it in me to overlook those things. I just don't. So I'm just really kind of limiting my contact with people until I can feel stronger about that. Let's see what else. That's about it. I really love you guys. I would like to. I have some questions, but I'll ask them later when I'm not at work. All right. So you have a good day, and one way or the other, time doesn't stand still for anybody, including me, no matter how I feel. So I have to figure out how I'm going to use those seconds and minutes, as far as like what I do with myself, but also how grounded I am and how I find my true north again, and in what place on the inside I walk through the time that I have here on this earth. And so I definitely, and it doesn't stop. It's going to call me forward, whether I want to go or not. Either I'm going to go kicking and screaming, or I'm going to find a place to do this life at this point in a way that puts value into every second. And that's what I want to do. So, all right. Love you. Bye.